Have you ever seen something you just can't explain? A shadow in the woods, a ripple in the water, or something that goes bump in the night? Today we're diving deep into the world of the unknown as we count down the top 10 most mysterious creatures ever spotted on Earth. From the mountains to the deepest oceans, these legends have haunted our imaginations for centuries. Are they real or just stories? Let's find out together. Starting at number 10, we have the Chupacabra. This legendary creature from Latin America first made headlines in Puerto Rico back in the 1990s. Its name literally means goat sucker, and for a terrifying reason. It's said to attack livestock, leaving behind strange puncture wounds and completely draining the animals of their blood. The first major reported attack was in March 1995, when 8 sheep were found dead near Canovanas, Puerto Rico. Their bodies were totally bloodless. Witnesses describe it as a reptile-like creature with sharp spines running down its back and eerie, glowing red eyes. While many skeptics argue that the Chupacabra is just a misidentified coyote or a dog with a severe case of mange, new sightings keep popping up all across Latin America and even in the southern United States, keeping the chilling legend alive. At number 9, it's the one you've all been waiting for, Bigfoot, also known as Sasquatch. This is probably the most famous cryptid in all of North America. Bigfoot is described as a giant, hairy, ape-like humanoid that roams the vast forests, especially in the Pacific Northwest. The most iconic piece of evidence, or at least the most debated, is the Patterson-Gimlin film from 1967. This short, grainy clip claims to show a female Bigfoot striding through the woods in Northern California. Besides this film, countless reports mention finding gigantic footprints, some over 18 inches long. People also claim to hear strange, powerful howls and screams echoing through the forest at night. Interestingly, some Native American tribes have ancient legends of Saskats, which they describe as protective spirits of the forest. These stories might just be the origin of the modern Bigfoot sightings we hear about today. Sailing into our number 8 spot is the legendary Kraken. This colossal sea monster is often depicted as a massive octopus or squid, so enormous it could drag entire ships down into the dark abyss of the ocean. The earliest written accounts we have come from 13th century sailors in Norway. They told terrifying tales of giant tentacled creatures attacking their vessels. For centuries, these stories were dismissed as myths, but in the 18th century, something incredible happened. Giant squid carcasses began washing up on shore, giving some real-world weight to the legend. Fast forward to today, modern deep-sea exploration has revealed the existence of giant squid that can grow up to 43 feet long. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? The legend of the Kraken might not be a legend at all, but a memory of real encounters with these deep-sea giants. Flying into number 7 is the Mothman. This bizarre winged humanoid with piercing, glowing red eyes was first sighted in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, back in 1966. Over a period of about a year, numerous witnesses reported seeing a terrifying 7-foot-tall creature with a massive wingspan and hypnotic red eyes. What makes the Mothman legend so chilling is its connection to tragedy. The sightings seem to precede disasters, most notably the tragic collapse of the Silver Bridge in 1967, which killed 46 people. This led many to believe that the Mothman was some kind of omen, a harbinger of doom. Today, the town of Point Pleasant embraces its creepy history. They hold an annual Mothman festival where enthusiasts gather to share their own sighting stories and debate the creature's true nature. At number 6, we have a classic creature of folklore that has terrified people for centuries, the werewolf. A werewolf is a human who has the ability or curse to transform into a ferocious wolf-like beast, usually during a full moon. These tales are ancient, with roots going all the way back to medieval Europe. Back then, werewolf trials were held right alongside the infamous witch hunts. There are even real historical cases like that of Peter Stump in 16th century Germany. He was accused of being a werewolf and committing horrific acts, and he actually confessed under torture. Even in modern times, people report sightings of werewolves, often in remote rural areas. Witnesses describe seeing humanoid shapes covered in fur, sometimes moving unnaturally on all fours before disappearing into the darkness. Climbing into our number 5 spot is the Yeti, also known as the abominable snowman. This mysterious ape-like creature is said to inhabit the high, unforgiving slopes of the Himalayan mountains. The legend of the Yeti gained worldwide attention in 1951 when the famous mountaineer Eric Shipton photographed a series of large, unexplained footprints in the snow. The local Sherpa people have long told stories of the Mete, which is their name for the creature. They describe it as enormous but very shy, usually avoiding humans. For decades, countless expeditions have ventured into the Himalayas, hoping to find definitive proof of the Yeti. They've come back with more photos of large footprints and occasional hair samples. While some of these samples were later analyzed and identified as belonging to an ancient species of bear, the mystery of the Yeti remains unsolved. Swimming into the number 4 position is the enchanting and mysterious mermaid. Mermaids are legendary aquatic creatures, typically depicted with the upper body of a human and the tail of a fish. These legends aren't confined to one culture, they span the entire globe. Even Christopher Columbus reported seeing mermaids on his voyage in 1493 off the coast of Hispaniola. He noted in his journal, however, that they were not as beautiful as they are portrayed. In Japan, there's a similar creature called the Ningyo. Legend says that eating its flesh grants immortality, but capturing one brings storms and misfortune. For centuries, sailors have reported seeing strange figures in the water, sometimes glowing or reflecting the moonlight in an unusual way, which could have easily inspired these enduring myths. At number 3, we travel to the Pine Barrens of New Jersey to meet the Jersey Devil. This terrifying creature is described as having a horse-like head, large bat-like wings, horns, and cloven hooves. Its story began in the 18th century. Legend has it that a woman named Mother Leeds, frustrated with having her 13th child, cursed it upon birth. The baby then transformed into a devil-like monster, let out a terrifying scream, and flew up the chimney and into the woods. Since then, thousands of witnesses have reported sightings, often accompanied by blood-curdling screams in the night. The Jersey Devil has become a huge part of New Jersey's culture, inspiring festivals, sports teams, movies, and books. It's a local legend that has truly taken on a life of its own. Sahadoms. Now for our number 2 spot, a creature that combines 2 of our greatest fears, the sea dragon, sometimes called the flying kraken. These are legendary dragon-like beings that are said to rule both the sea and the sky. They blend the serpentine form of a sea serpent with the mythical power of a dragon. Mariners back in the 16th century reported seeing massive dragon-like creatures flying low over the ocean, sometimes diving into the waves. Some accounts even describe them as having glowing eyes and enormous wings that blotted out the sun. Modern cryptozoologists have a few theories. They speculate these incredible stories could have originated from sightings of unknown large marine animals, or perhaps were just dramatic misinterpretations of seeing large whales or giant squids from a distance. And finally, at number 1, we journey to the dense, remote jungles of the Congo River Basin to uncover the Mokele-Mbembe. This creature's name translates to one who stops the flow of rivers, and it's often described as a living dinosaur, resembling a sauropod. Local legends passed down for generations speak of a massive, semi-aquatic creature that is vegetarian and generally avoids humans, but can be very dangerous if disturbed. In the 20th century, Western expeditions from France, the UK, and the US traveled deep into the Congo, hoping to find this real-life Jurassic Park resident. They came back with compelling local testimonies and plaster casts of strange tracks, but no definitive proof. Sightings continue to be reported sporadically, keeping the legend of Mokele-Mbembe alive as one of the most tantalizing and mysterious cryptids in the entire world. So there you have it, 10 of the most mysterious creatures ever reported on Earth. From the deep sea to the highest mountains, these stories continue to fascinate and terrify us. Which one of these creatures scares you the most? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more mysteries. You can also check out my bio for some of my favorite horror book recommendations. Thanks for watching.